Last week, Nigerians saw a wave of peaceful protests by some students of federal universities. The protesters want school authorities to revert to old school fees regimes as more federal schools announced revised tuition for the new academic year. In some cases, the new fees went up as high as 300%. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, parents and students alike fear that this could lead to massive dropouts across the country. In this story, Justina Jirazin-Abala gets all stakeholders to state their side of the story.
In July 2023, a wave of uncertainty swept through the lives of some Nigerian students and their families as several public federal universities across the country unveiled significant tuition fee hikes, with some surging as high as 200%.
Yeah, I felt that it was actually so much because normally it was meant to be nothing more than 100K, but hearing this I was like, wow, because this was not even the plan at all.
The last money, I cannot even remember, the last money we paid then was around 19,000 naira. Compare 19,000 to something like 200 plus, it is too much.
Where did they want us to see 200 plus for school fees? 25,000 naira to 200 plus for school fees.
This mounting discontent prompted vocal protests by students demanding clarity and a reconsideration of these substantial fee increases. However, despite the widespread concern, the Nigerian government seems to be in denial, insisting that these universities remain committed to providing tuition-free education across Nigeria. The University of Lagos, or UNILAG, situated in Yaba on Lagos mainland, is among several institutions impacted. In the past, students paid an average modest tuition fee of 19,000 naira or $25. However, the university's administration says it has since done a comprehensive fee review. Under the revised fee structure, students who do not require access to laboratory and studio facilities must now pay 100,750 naira or $132 as tuition. Those who actively utilize these resources will see their tuition rise to 140,250 naira or $183, while students in the College of Medicine will pay the highest fee of 190,250 naira or $248. Students and parents alike share their reservations.
That means we are going to have a great number of students or dropout students.
Bàbá wa wá nǹkan ṣe sí torí irú èmi bí mo ṣe wà yìí bàbá wọn ti dàgbà bàbá ti 70 èmi náà going to 70 ọjà petty trader ó ní mò ń ṣe ó dẹ̀ wù mí kí n fáwọn mi education.
When I relayed the news to my dad, he was like kind of agitated about it because he was like, where would he get the money from?
Owó school yẹn ó pọ̀ ó ní àwọn òbí lára láti máa san torí àwọn ọmọ tèmi méjì ló wà university. Kò dẹ̀ easy owó yìí ò easy tíjọba tó bá jọ tó bá lè bá wa dẹ̀ kówó yẹn kó wálẹ̀.
Professor Ayodele Asenua, Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Development Services at the University of Lagos, tells Gist Nigeria the rationale behind the tuition hike.
The University of Lagos kept obligatory charges at the same rate for over 10 years. When we started on 21,000, we would have been charging the equivalent of about $200 or $250 officially. Beyond that, the value of the money then was a lot higher than it is now. And so those were the considerations, the cost of providing services.
In response to mounting pressure from the Association of Nigerian Students, the university administration on September 14, 2023, announced a slash in the hiked tuition fees. The revised fees would now be 116,325 naira or $147 for courses without lab and studio, and 166,325 naira or $147 for courses with lab and studio for new undergraduates. The obligatory fees for returning undergraduates will be 80,750 naira or $102 for courses without lab and studio, 120,250 naira or $152 for courses with lab and studio, and 170,250 naira or $215 for medical and pharmacy students and other students studying to be health professionals. Bayero University in Kano State, northwest Nigeria, is also grappling with a tuition hike of approximately 70% for postgraduate students and an even more substantial increase of about 100% for undergraduates.
Some of the school students have not even resumed to school, despite the fact that we are in the mid semester.
It will cause a lot of problems to our youth because they cannot afford to pay for it. So instead to live without being in the university, they will look other negative ways in order to survive.
We have engaged the management in series of meetings. I mean, we even had to invite our national body, which is the National Association of Nigerian Students, to come down and help us, discuss with the management to see what is the possible way out.
Mustafa Ahmed, the Dean of Studies at the Postgraduate School at Bayero University, sheds light on the reasons behind the tuition hike.
The recent increase in registration fees virtually in all universities in Nigeria was a result of the depletion of funding in universities by the federal government.
The University of Nigeria, Nsukka, finds itself entangled in a similar narrative.
Some of us pay this tuition by our efforts, by our hustling, try to secure make some ends meet and be able to pay the fees. So I would say it's not easy on our part.
It's very, very unfair, and most of us students can't afford the price.
In June 2023, the Nigerian government made a pivotal announcement declaring its inability to sustain the substantial financial burden of funding federal universities.
Even when we were charging 21 and it was a huge strain, we were still trying to maintain the quality. I do not think that if we have a bit more resources, we will reduce that standard.
Tertiary education in Nigeria has long enjoyed substantial subsidies, yet the sustainability of this model has come into question.
The university should not be a training ground only for formal sector in terms of coming to level 1 to 4 to finish, but it should be a place where even the non-formal, where workshops, training, and other workers' education activity are being conducted. If that is being done, I think the university can generate a lot of funding. That is the global best practice.
Also, in June 2023, President Bola Tinubu signed the Access to Tertiary Education Act, also known as the Student Loan Act. This legislation aims to offer easier access to higher education for financially disadvantaged students through interest-free loans. As this law is set to take effect in September 2023, the debate over its viability rages on as the Association of Nigerian Students and other stakeholders grapple with whether or not it will be a game changer for quality public university education in Nigeria. Zainab Bala, GIST Nigeria.